Hello gamers, my name is Seated Gamer and welcome back to another booster opening video. Today, in honor of Hour of Devastation about to be released, the pre-releases have probably just about finished. We have some Cat boosters, but not just one booster, not two, not even three. We have 11 Cat boosters to open. That's a lot of boosters. I got a lot to get through there. I have been very slack on my recordings. There's 5 and there's 6. So we are going to do all 11 of them rapid fire. We're not going to care about the commons. We're probably not going to care about the uncommons unless I see something like a Minotaur Sure Shot. I like Minotaurs. They're kind of fun. And like Minotaur with red doesn't get reach. It's nice. Yeah. Let's try and get these things somewhat in focus. This is going well. He lied. Can we get any kind of autofocus happening? There we go. Alright. So, Minotaur Sure Shot we don't care about. We are essentially going... Is that pretty much? Wow, that was perfect. We have Gate to the Afterlife, a 3-mana artifact. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you gain 1 life, then you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. That's real good, just by itself. Value off of your stuff dying. And if you've got something with like Embalm or Eternalize, it's even better. Because like the card you draw might be an Eternalized creature that you just want to put in the graveyard anyway. It's great. But it does have more text, and this text is more valuable now that Hour of Devastation is pretty much released. It says, pay 2, tap and sacrifice Gate to the Afterlife. Search your graveyard, hand and or library for a card named Godfairy's Gift and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Activate this ability only if there are 6 or more creature cards in your graveyard. So Godfairy's Gift, I can't remember what it does, but I think at the beginning of your upkeep you may exile a creature card from your graveyard and make an eternalized version of it, which is very strong because it's free. Gate to the Afterlife itself costs 7. So if you can Gate to the Afterlife, like turn 3, Gate, turn 4, crack it for the Godfairy's Gift. Of course you need to have 6 or more creature cards in your graveyard, but still, doable. Moving on though, second uncommon. Stir the Sands, it makes zombies. It's good in zombies. It will remain good in zombies. Continuing on. Grasping Dunes. It's a desert. That actually matters now. Taps for colorless. Pay 1 tap and sack it. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Only at any time you could cast a sorcery. It's not bad. Not terrible. What's our rare though? It's a Soulscar Mage. Hello, modern playable. Single red mana for a 1/2 prowess. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, put that many -1/-1 counters on that creature instead. So, non-combat damage sources you control have Wither, which is real nice. It's real nice. What's the... Taylor's Slow Spear, I believe this guy's been called, which I quite like. Any foils? No, we get a Swamp and we get an Embalm token. Alright, that's boost number 1 done. We'll leave the Soulscar Mage there, because that's a good card. Let's move straight on. Boost number 2. 4 minutes for the first booster. This is going to be a long video. Alright. So, let's skip past all of these commons. I didn't even look at the commons for the last ones. Here we are, starting with a decent one. We have Bontu's Monument, 3-mana legendary artifact. Black creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That, like, value off of your creatures. What don't you like there? Moving on. Trueheart Twins. Oh, I love this card. 4 and a red for a 4/4 Jackal Warrior. You may exert it as it attacks. Whenever you exert a creature, not just him, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. That's real good. I don't know if you know, but getting multiple sets of value off of doing one thing, it's real nice. It's real nice. What? This guy? Fantastic with a Combat Celebrant. Because you can exert more than once in a turn. It doesn't say you may only exert once a turn, unless it's literally the one card that says that, which is Combat Celebrant. Yeah. This card good. Moving on. Grim Strider, 3 and a black for a 6/6 creature horror. Gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. This is going to block a lot of eternalized creatures, I feel. That's my guess. Moving on. Irrigated Farmland. It's dual land, it's fine. And, ooh, Full Art Island and a Drake token. Very nice. Don't think I had one of them yet. Alright, that can stay there, that can stay there, and I like the tokens. Very much a tokens fan I am. Could tell that to pretty much anyone in my playgroups. They will agree. Moving on to booster number 3. That one took a lot less time. A lot less preamble about that. I guess I was gushing on and on about Minotaurs and whatever the other uncommon I was talking about was. Alright, let's skip past the commons. Here we are. Ooh, had one of these at my pre-release. It did some actually pretty decent work. Vizier of Remedies, 1 and a white for a 2/1 human cleric. If one or more -1/-1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many -1/-1 counters, -1, are put on instead. So if something were to put 2, it would put 1. If something were to put 1, it would put 0. If you have 2 of these out, if something were to put 3, it would put 1, 2 was 0, 1 was 0, etc. Moving on. Synchronized Strike, 2 and a green, instant, untap up to 2 target creatures. They each get +2/+2 until end of turn. This seems really good, especially with Exert. That's a good combat trick, holy crap. Moving on. Trial of Solidarity, oh, hello good card. 2 and a white, enchantment. When Trial of Solidarity enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +2/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. When a cartouche enters the battlefield under your control, return Trial of Solidarity to its owner's hand. Yup, it's good. I like it. Good card. Rare or mythic? Combat Celebrant. Oh hey, speak of the devil and he shall burn your face. 2 and a red for a 4/1 human warrior. If Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted this turn, you may exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all other creatures you control, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. An exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step. This guy real good. This guy real good. Any foils? Nope, we get a mountain, we get a zombie. Screw those guys, we don't need them. Yeah, Combat Celebrant. That's like the first mythic from this set I think we've opened on camera. That's disappointing. Let's try and change that with booster number 4. I mean, to be fair, not a terrible mythic. Fantastic for draft. In constructed, good in kitchen table magic though. Alright, what do we got? Here we are. That should be what we're looking for. So, Labyrinth Guardian, 1 and a blue for a 2/3 Illusion Warrior. When it becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it. Yep. This guy was actually not bad. Like, usually illusions, it's target of a spell or ability, but given that this guy's just a spell, he's fine. Like, 2 mana 2/3 that can be, like, anything you'd want to target this guy was probably going to kill it anyway. So I think it's fine. Actually, this guy's kind of better, because there's a lot of stuff that would say, hey, exile target creature, which would stop his embalm from happening. But no, then you can just embalm him. And they've got to have kind of 2 removal spells to get rid of it. Or, you know, a 3-power creature. But when's that going to happen with eternalized creatures? Moving on. Ronus's Monument. Oh, hey, that's when it'll happen. 3 mana for a legendary artifact. Green creature spells you cast cost 1 less. Yup. When you cast a creature spell, target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample until the end of turn. Also, yep, pretty much all the monuments are good. Hazoret's is okay. There are definitely better monuments than Hazoret's. It's probably the weakest. I think Kefnet's Frost's a creature? I don't know. Moving on. Uncrop Crasher. Hey, speaking of good with Combat Celebrant, 2 and a red for a 3/2 Minotaur Warrior with haste. You may exert Uncrop Crasher as it attacks. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. Yeah, he'll stop their biggest blocker. It's real good. What's our rare or mythic? It's Oracle's Vault. Hey, I heard you like mana? No, wait, that's 3 cards. My bad. This card's the better one. 4 mana for an artifact. 2 pay 2 and tap it. Exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Put a brick counter on Oracle's Vault. So, it kind of draws you a card for 2 mana. Kinda. And if it gets a land, you can play that land, which is nice. Or, once it has 3 brick counters, tap, exile top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost. That definitely draws you a card. Worth noting that if it has an additional cost, so something like Bone Splinters, which has as an additional cost to cast it, sacrifice a creature. You would still have to pay that additional cost, you just don't have to pay the mana for it. Yeah, good card. Do we have a foil? We have a foil, Faith of the Devoted. Okay. 2 and a black enchantment. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1 generic mana. If you do, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Not bad. Land is a forest, and we get a warrior token. Faith of the Devoted. I don't mind it. It's a decent foil to get. Not as decent as what's in this pack, he said, hopefully. What number is this? This is number 5. Yeah, we're almost halfway there. We're only like 10 minutes in. I think 25 minutes is a decent amount of time for how long this is going to go. Alright, let's rotate these. Oop, that's... final reward. That's always good. Oh, hey. It's Bontu's Monument. We've seen you before. Gravedigger. 3 and a black for a 2/2 zombie. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's fine. Works real nicely with Bontu's Monument. Moving on. AKH's Monument. Oh, yes please. 3 mana legendary artifact. White creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. When you cast a creature spell, make a 1/1 warrior with vigilance. It's good. What's our rare or mythic? It's Archfiend of Ifnir. Works nice with Faith of Devoted. 3 black for a 5/4 demon with flying. Yep, like that by itself, playable. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponents control. That's fine too. Yeah, just straight upside. You can also cycle this guy for 2. That's also fine. I like this guy. Any foil? No, we get a plains, and we get another one of those. Alright. Yeah, fairly generic pack. Archfiend's a pretty good card. Moving on though to booster numero 6. Ooh, Anoint Priest. That's a fun guy. One of the tokens matters cards. Not what we're here for though. Oh, did I do it again? Aren't I just a genius? We have Hapatra's Mark. Single green mana instant. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Remove all -1/-1 counters from it. It's a decent combat trick, especially if you're playing black-green, you've got a lot of counters on your own stuff. It's like, oh hey, they're attacking with a big thing. I also have a big thing now, it blocks and kills it. Or they use a final reward on something you don't want to get exiled. Hapatra's Mark, it's got hexproof. It's good time. Good time. Second uncommon. Cast out. Speaking of removal that gets blanked by Hapatra's Mark, 3 and a white for an enchantment. Flash. When cast out enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until cast out leaves the battlefield. You can also cycle it for a single white. It's a good card. It's premium removal in white. That happens sometimes. Moving on. Vizier of Tumbling Sands, 2 and a blue for a 1/3 human cleric. Tap, untap another target permanent. Cycling for 1 and a blue. You can pay 1 and a blue and discard it to draw a card. And when you cycle it, untap target permanent. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Works very nicely in the cycling decks. Because it gives you like even more value from cycling. And that's just what you want. Just maximum value. What's our rare or mythic? It's Cascading Cataracts. Hey, look at that lack of value. It is an indestructible land. Taps for colorless, or you can pay 5 and tap to add 5 mana in any combination of colors to your mana pool. It's fine. Moving on. Normal land. True Heart Duelist token. Pretty cool. But, Cascading Cataracts, bit meh. It's a bit meh. Ooh, we're over halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. 5 boosters to go. What are we going to get in here? Why can't I open this one? Let's try that. There's always got to be one, isn't there? There we go. Got there. Ah, heck. My Sentinels. My Sentinels are everywhere. Yeah, Cycles Matters card. Alright. Ooh, did I do it again? I'm just so good. I've cracked the code. I know how many cards there are in a booster. Onward to Victory. 2 and a red. Or, Onward. 2 and a red instant. Target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is its power. Fair. Works better on your big creatures, such as a Combat Celebrant. Victory. 2 and a white sorcery. Aftermath can only be cast from graveyard. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Yeah, if you got a Combat Celebrant, 6 mana, and you're in red-white, it's a pretty good thing to use. Moving on though. We get by force. X, red, destroy X target artifacts. Yep, it's fine. It's a sorcery. Moving on. Defiant Greatmaw. 2 and a green for a 4/5 hippo. When enters, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever you put... Ooh, I have moved the camera. That is my bad. Whenever you put one or more -1/-1 counters on Defiant Greymoor, remove a -1/-1 counter from another target creature you control. Yep, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Moving on. Temmet! Hey, there's the buddy. There's the buddy I was looking for. White and a blue for a 2/2 human cleric, legendary creature human cleric. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature token you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and can't be blocked this turn. Has Embalm for 3 white-blue. He's pretty good in the Embalm deck. If you pull this guy, you're probably playing the Embalm deck. Or look out for an Aven Wind Guide. Those guys are pretty good in there. Moving on. No foil. We get a Mountain and a Sacred Cat token. Speaking of Embalm deck, Sacred Cat. Just give that thing +1/+1 and unblockable. That's fine. Yeah, Temmet. Good card. Alright. 4 boosters left. Let's keep this thing rolling and see what else we can get. So, the only mythic we've pulled in all of Amonkhet, I think, has been the Combat Celebrant. Alright. I think they're actually separating themselves by uncommons now. Because we just got straight to Devoted Cropmate. 2 and a white for a 3/2 human warrior. You may exert Devoted Cropmate as it attacks. When you do, return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. An exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like him. I like him, I do. Yeah, it's a recursion in white. They do that. White usually has very conditional recursion. Black is usually, hey, get a creature, it's fine. White's just like, small creature, just don't get too ahead of yourself. Gotta keep some semblance of order around here. Speaking of order, Zenith Seeker, nope, not even close. 3 and a blue for a 2/2 Bird Wizard, always a good creature type. With flying, whenever you cycle or discard a card, target creature gains flying until end of turn. Ooh, now that is interesting. I don't mind that guy. You play a bit of blue-green, have just a little bit of cycle in there. Suddenly your 6/7 hexproof has flying, just to really punch them in the face a lot. Moving on to the third uncommon, we get Destined to Lead. That is a good card. Destined, 1 and a black instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Not bad. And Lead, 3 and a green for an Aftermath card. All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so, so it's Lure. But only cast from graveyard. And it's pretty good. It's honestly pretty good. What do we get for our rare or mythic? It's a Curator of Mysteries. Ooh, we're in the Cycles of Matters pack, I see. 2 blue for a 4/4 Sphinx with flying. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry 1. Cycling for a single blue. So if you go Curator of turn 4 Curator of Mysteries, turn 4 Archfiend of Ifnir, you got some pain coming to your opponent anytime you cycle or discard a card. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Moving on to any foils we have. Ooh, foil Flameblade Adept. Okay, that is a single red for a 1/2 Jackal Warrior with Menace and a shiny Fire Sword. That's pretty cool. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, Flameblade Adept gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Yes, this was the Cycles Matters pack. There we go. Yeah, normal token stuff. Alright. Oh, 3 boosters left. Final stretch. It's the final countdown. What can we get? We're going to end on a mythic. We're going to get a mythic in these last 3 packs. Probability says yes, but let's find out. Because I didn't open a single mythic at my pre-release. I did get a few prize boosters though. And wow, these... Okay, I guess either these ones or the other ones were from the Fat Pack. Or bundles, sorry, they're called bundles now. Because, like the set of 6 has been a lot more difficult to open. Alright, let's separate these out. Yep, that's actually just how it works now. I guess they've done something different with the uncommons, I don't know. Either way, Bontu's Monument, we've seen you. Limits of Solidarity, 3 and a red, sorcery, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. Also cycles for 2. So it's an act of treason that costs 1 more, but you can always just cycle it away if you really need to draw that extra card. Moving on. Arncrop Champion, Hello Exert, 2 green-white for a 4/4 human warrior. You may exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all other creatures you control. So essentially, all your other creatures have vigilance. Or even if you've tapped other things for mana, you can untap them with this, and cast other spells in your second main phase. Yeah, he's good, Like really good. Like really good. What is our rare or mythic? It is Angel of Sanctions. Hey, there's our other mythic. 3 white for a 3/4 Angel. When Angel of Sanctions enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Angel of Sanctions leaves the battlefield. It has Embalm for 5 and a white. So 5 mana, 3/4 flyer. With an O-ring effect? Yeah. With self-recursion? Yeah. Alright, that's pretty good card to get. Don't mind that guy. Any foils? No, we get a full art planes to go with our mythic white card. So that's nice. Just put them and the uncommons over here. Move on to the second to last booster. Ooh, it's getting tense now. It's getting tense. There we go. Finally managed to open a booster without too much trouble. Let's just fling that wrapper away. With Fling, 1 and a red instant, has an additional cost to cast it. Sacrifice these cards. Yeah, there was a Binding Mummy in there. Faith of the Devoted, we've seen a foil one of you. Get out. Onward to Victory, we've seen you also. Vizier of Tumbling Sands, go away. What's our rare or mythic? It's Irrigated Farmland again. Cool, that was fun. Foil, well not foil, Full Art Island and a zombie. Well, that was disappointing. All cards we'd seen before, except maybe the Full Art Island. Let's get another good look at that. That's pretty nice. Anyway. There was also a zombie token. Final booster. We're at about 22 minutes. So, you know what? We're going to slow roll this one. We're going to go through every card in the pack. Because we need to get some knowledge. Get some knowledge about this pack. It's a cartouche of knowledge, specifically, which is 1 and a blue. Focus target camera you control. Once that resolves, you get to enchant a creature you control if you can ever focus a camera. Do you know how focus works at all? I think, there we go. Cartouche of Knowledge, 1 and a blue. Enchantment Aura Cartouche. Enchant creature you control. When Cartouche of Knowledge enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. Draws you a card, gives it flying. Pretty good on a big green punchy creature, because it also refills your hand. It's quite nice. Brute Strength, 1 and a red instant. Target creature gets +3/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. It's a combat trick. Better on attacks. Do it. Punch. Big red. Alright. Benefaction of Veronis, 2 and a green. Sorcery. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card and or an enchantment card from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. That works rather nicely with Gate to the Afterlife. Rather nicely. I don't mind it. I don't mind at all. Moving on. We get Soul Stinger, 3 and a black for a 4/5 Scorpion Demon. When Soul Stinger enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. When Soul Stinger dies, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature for each -1/-1 counter on Soul Stinger. Not bad. Not bad. You get this guy on 5 -1/-1 counters. You get something else for 5. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. Moving on. Oashra Cultivator, single green mana for a 0/3 human druid, 2 and a green, tap and sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. This creature chump blocks and then searches for a land. That's what it does, that's what it should always do. Moving on, Electrify, unless it gets electrified. Although if someone's using an Electrify on an Oashra Cultivator, either they really need to get rid of that blocker, or you're already dead. Yeah. Electrify, 3 and a red instant, 4 damage to target creature. It's fine. Moving on. Painful Lesson, 2 and a black sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. It's Sign in Blood but easier to cast. But more expensive. Moving on. Slitherblade, single blue mana for a 1/2 Naga Rogue that can't be blocked, it's fine. Inoketra's Name, now this is a combat trick. 1 and a white instant. Zombies you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Look, instant speed, pump your board, that's real strong. It's real strong. Moving on. Bontu's Monument, yep, seen you. Deem Worthy, 4 and a red, instant. Deem Worthy deals 7 damage to target creature. Electrify, 4 mana, 4 damage, that's fair. Deem Worthy, 5 mana, 7 damage. That thing really needs to go away now. You can also cycle it for 3 and a red, and when you cycle it, you may have it deal 2 damage to target creature. So, this card reads, 4 and a red, deal 7 damage to target creature, or 3 and a red, deal 2 damage to target creature and draw a card. And the fun thing is, even if they counter the 2 damage when you cycle it, you still get to draw the card. No, they can't counter the cycle because it's not a spell. So if you really need to play around counter magic, Deem worthy, cycle it. It's a good time. One more uncommon. Yes, we get reduced to rubble. See, they wouldn't be able to counter it with this. Reduce, 2 in a blue, instant. Counter target spell, unless its controller pays 3. It's mana leak, but one more. Rubble, 2 in a red, sorcery, aftermath. Up to 3 target lands don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Yep, it locks them out of 3 mana, which can be pretty good. Like, you're essentially trading 3 of your mana for 3 of their mana, but I don't know, sometimes you just need to stop them from casting a thing for 1 turn. I don't know. Either way, it looks like we get our rare or mythic. What is it? It's Dispossess, 2 in a black for a sorcery. Choose an artifact card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the chosen name and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library. It's not really that good. I don't particularly like this card. It's not the best. Anyway, let's see if we get a foil at the back of this pack. What do we get? We get a foil hyena pack. 2 red for 3/4 hyena. Alright. Oh, another full art island. And an insect. Yeah. All in all, that was alright. Wasn't the best. We got a full art island. Wasn't really worth the slow roll though. Let's get this Drake out of here. I think we actually got a few full art lands there, but I didn't keep them up here with the rest of my interesting cards. Oh well. Let me just take all of those full arts, all of that one full art that I kept up here, out of there. Let's see what we got. We got a foil hyena pack, which the foiling is not terrible there. Why do I do such things that stop it from focusing? Where are you focused? I don't know. I don't even know if it's trying to focus right now. Anyway, foil hyena pack, Dispossess, irrigated farmland, although I think we got 2 of them. Yeah, 2 irrigated farmlands, so I guess I'm making some white-blue decks. Angel of Sanctions, which has a lot of words on it that can't be read because the camera won't focus because it's a dick. Come on, do you ever focus? I know you've done it. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Angel of Sanctions. Good mythic. Good mythic. Foil Flameblade Adept. Curator of Mysteries. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. Temet. Yeah, I guess I am making white, blue, and balm. Sure, I got Angel of Sanctions and Temet. Why not? Cascading Cataracts. Not bad, not bad. Archfiend of Ifnir. Pretty good card. Foil Faith of the Devoted. Works well with Archfiend of Ifnir. Oracle's Vault. That, it seems like it's a pretty fun card. Like, I quite like that. Get another Combat Celebrant. Oh, not another. Well, I do have 2 of them now, so. And a Soulscar Mage. So, Soulscar Mage is essentially a mythic. Because I think it's actually worth a decent amount. Hey, editing me, put up how much Soulscar Mage is worth right on Hazard's face up there. Just right up there. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's how much that's worth. I think it's worth a decent amount. Editing me will tell me whether I'm correct or not, but yeah. Angel of Sanctions, Combat Celebrant, Soulscar Mage. Pretty good cards. Anyway, that is going to be it for the Gargantuan Amonkhet booster opening. And I'll see you in the future for, well, I'll just show you. Easier than telling you. As long as I can find them, here they are. I got some Arrow Devastation packs for just showing up. Just got two Arrow Devastation packs just for showing up to the pre-release. And 2 more for coming in 4th out of about 16 people. So, look forward to them. Who knows, maybe we'll pull the God Pharaoh's gift. Wouldn't that be fun? But yeah, that is going to be it for me. I will see you people at some unspecified point in the future because I'm lazy and often don't set a time for recording these. But yes, that's it for me, and I will see you another time. Bye!